Ulrick, sir. The messenger from Evalas has arrived, but...
It's about time. He's late. He's never late.
That's the thing, sir. It's not the knight, but their letter bears the same seal. They speak for their Lord Bishop. They said it's...
It wasn't enough of an insult to send their hound. Now they've sent... you. You're no knight, stranger. One of your Lord Bishop's new playthings, eh? Hand it over. Well, that is a letter in your hand, isn't it? You're new to this, aren't you? No, new to being an emissary. I'm well aware that you're new to my lands. The north is clean, untouched. You reek of rot. And the road. Not that I'd need my nose to tell me that. Look at you. You've barely left the nest. A little bird so far from home. All right, hand it over.
Sir, before you read that, they had mentioned that they came bearing bad news.
Bad news? So, you were told what you were bringing to me, but you've no clue what the letter says. Exactly how bad do you think this news is? No idea, huh? Of course not. This Lord Bishop of yours has a cruel sense of humor. I wonder, did he revel in the dread you must have felt, little bird? Sending you so far from home with this piece of paper? Did he anticipate my anger and send you into the moor, knowing you'd be torn to shreds? Trying to intimidate you isn't nearly as fun as it was with your predecessor. Red would have told me to fuck off, flashing that pretty toothpick of his, as if he'd ever have the chance to draw it before I tore him to shreds. Ah, he was obliged to be here. One of your honorable knights. It was always funny to me, a member of this holy order of yours, smelling like blood. I could taste it. I wonder, what do you taste like, little bird? Let's read this together, and if the news is bad enough, maybe I won't have to wonder for much longer. To Ulrick, Warden of the Northern Moor, I hope this letter finds you in good health and that the coming winter is kind to you. It is with deep regret that these well wishes are accompanied by unfortunate news. After long consideration, we have determined that our trade agreement and subsequent understandings have reached such a point that it is no longer in the best interests of our people. We are thankful for the time that those interests were aligned, and hope for continued harmony in the future that Evalas will soon bring to your kind Lord Bishop Emrys. No longer in our best interests. Oh, little bird, do you realize what you've brought me? This is no news. This is a declaration of war. And you've been thrown to the wolves, haven't you? You and the rest of your people. You cannot fathom what this means, how could you? In your fancy robes and silk-lined cloak. You've never known war. No wonder Red stayed home. He'll be marching alongside the rest of your holymen to spread their light. Just like they've done with the others. Did you really think we were What, trading bread for fish, wood for iron? My people want for nothing. We've taken care of our own for centuries, long before this Lord Bishop of yours had his grip on this continent. But we were useful. Oh, and we saved your pathetic hides, time and time again. When those serpents sought to undo your country, we were the ones hunting them. Like hounds sniffing out vermin. When the Fae sent their scouts, who turned back the tide? It was us! The wolves. And now that this rotten heretic has taken the south, we're all that's left. Your historians, your priests. Do they even remember their names? Does anyone give a damn what came before? And you, lost little bird, flown right into the storm. Why is it they would send you? Who are you? And who did you piss off? Not your literal name. I meant that whoever made the decision to send you here clearly wants you dead. Sending you here was a safe bet. I'm sure your Lord Bishop believes I'm some sort of brainless animal who would chew you up and spit you out in a fit of rage while this goddess of yours and her flames begin to blaze their path into the cold north. Oh, if I were still a pup, I would ruin you. And when I had my fill, I'd pass you around the whole pack until there were nothing but bones and a pretty little clunk. So, who would have wished such a fate upon you, bird? Negotiate? Have you heard any of the words coming out of my mouth? There is no negotiation. Even if there was, you'd hardly be the one handling the negotiating. You're no emissary, not an ambassador, not even a soldier. You're a glorified messenger bird. Nothing more. What you need to understand is that this trade deal, we weren't exporting any goods. We were selling protection. Protection from outsiders. Do you even know what I'm talking about? These wars being waged. Do you even have a clue who they're against? Of course not. Ugh, well, that's not all. It was also protection from us, the pack. If this agreement is well and truly over, then you're little more than a sacrificial lamb. And when the pack finds out they can hunt freely, there will be little I can do to bring them to heel. It's setting in now, isn't it? The fear. Well, at least you've got the sense to know when you're in trouble. Listen closely. You will not have long to get out of here and head south. Much further south than your capital. With any luck, you'll find one of the Watcher's do-gooders. Do not go back home. Birdie, there's only so many ways I can say this. Whatever you think was waiting for you back there, it's gone. You've gotten very lucky to have been sent here. You were supposed to die today, and you still might, but I won't be some pawn in that interloper's game. However, I'm not so sure my pack will share the sentiment. We've grown hungry. Food has become scarce, and that rot in your capital is spreading. And they can feel it. But it wasn't enough to win a war of attrition. He wants a culling. It's time for you to go. Run as far as those little legs can carry you. Try to beat the moonlight. And pray you'll never see me again. Is this really the furthest you could have gone? Oh, don't be startled now. There's no need to pretend you have any self-preservation instincts at this point. If you did, you would have tried to shake your scent by crossing through creeks or rivers, rolled around in some dirt, or not stopped for... What is it you're cooking? Tea! You stopped running for your life to brew some dead leaves! You can't eat tea! I swear, at this point you're trying to get killed! Why am I here? Oh, because I had nothing better to do. Has anyone ever told you that you ask all the wrong questions? I pity you. Your ignorance. You know, maybe pity isn't the right word. No, in some way I envy you. You don't even realize what you've done. Oh, the type of carnage that little letter of yours has unleashed upon your people, all while you're having tea. You don't realize what I am, what I've done, what I'm capable of doing. What my pack is more than willing to do now that the deals are off. You see, my people, we've played nice. We've managed to wean ourselves off the flesh of your kind. We didn't need to hunt, but it's not the need that you should be afraid of. It's the want. There might have been more time if you came on any other night, but no. This was all part of his plan. Our undoing. The hunger has been our nature from the beginning, but with our agreement, borders were respected. We would only feed on those deemed fair game, and when the full moon rises, we become more than human. We shed that humanity we share with you, and we hunt. It's not something I expect you to understand. It is our way, our nature. I was able to broker this deal because I was naive enough to think that your Lord Bishop wouldn't set those flames upon us. Before our agreement, there was balance. There were many like us, serpents, fae, even dragons. You don't know what I'm talking about. I can see it on your face. I can't explain this wicked rot that's taken hold of your people. But you can't remember. It's like they were never even there. I can't answer those questions, but I intend to get my answers by any means necessary. Even if it means heading south. I have to give your Lord Bishop credit for one thing. He's a deceiver, unlike any I've met. My pack leaders before me, they warned us for generations, but they were selfish. Balance be damned. If we were the last left of a land filled with people like us. Beyond humanity, so be it. So many years have passed, but I'm not old enough to have the wisdom required to save the North. I don't know if any of us could be. I don't know what any of those who led us before me would do. Or maybe I do. My father, at least. He would relish the chance to hunt freely again. But I am old enough to remember the stories of the serpent that killed that old dog. And if he was clever enough to kill my father, then I figure he's clever enough to have not fallen prey to this Lord Bishop of yours yet. If we're what remains, then I have to try. What? No, why would I eat you? With a campfire like this, I'd have to cook you one limb at a time. And that seems awfully bothersome. But soon, when the full moon rises a little higher, let's just say that having you raw wouldn't give me pause. I'm not here to eat you, little bird. I'm here because if I didn't track you down, you would absolutely die tonight. And if I can't save my people, if our end is here, if I cannot protect them from this, then I'll protect... Oh, damn it. The hunt begins soon. I've been thinking about this all day since you delivered your message. There is something your Lord Bishop stands to gain from what he's starting. A distraction. An excuse. Something. He intends to set the wolves upon his people to start another war and continue his expansion. He doesn't care about you humans. You're just as much a pawn as we are. This man, this thing, he doesn't care what it takes to spread this rot. People are going to die tonight, and I'm powerless to stop it. This pack, they're whelps. Young, foolish. They've never known war. Some never even the taste of human flesh. Some were swayed to go further north. They understood my warnings. They understood what's at stake. But what remains of their elders? They were quick to make the pups fall in line. They'll be on the hunt. And they will die. They will be some bastard's excuse to raise their sword against us. And just like the others, we will die. So, I'm going to find a path for those who choose to live, even if it means leaving them behind. For now. Amateurs. They'll hear you coming from miles away. Looks like you're starting to get the grasp of the situation. Your fault? Oh, don't give me that shit. You were just a messenger. Trust me. If it was your fault, you wouldn't be sitting here having that tea. That's for damn sure. If your conscience is eating at you, I may be able to offer a path towards redemption. Neither of us can go home. We have no allies and enemies to our north and south. If there's any shot at us having a home ever again, we're best off working together. You're lost in these woods, and whether they're armed with claws or knives, predators will make a meal out of you regardless of what side of the border you're on. And as capable of a fighter as I am, I'm not exactly accustomed to your culture in Evalas. I may look human on most nights, but it would only be a matter of time before I was found out. I need a guide. You need protection. All right, little bird, time's up. You've got to go. No, there's no time for you to pack your camp. You need to move. No, I wouldn't say you're safe with me. Not until I've come to my senses. Shit. It's too late. Fuck. You're terrified, aren't you? It's all right. Even if you look delicious, you're more lucky than you are stupid. I'm craving more than just a quick meal. Now, please, go. I'll be fine. Go! I said this one is mine! You really should get better at running away. If you're going to keep getting into trouble like this. Oh, calm down, I'm fine. And the others, well, they'll be doing their hunting elsewhere this evening. Which is bad news for your kin. But for us, it'll have to do. On the bright side, you didn't pick a terrible spot to rest. I'm thirsty. Hey, don't touch me! Of course I'm wounded. Did you think we were going to stand around and drink your damn tea? Get back! Over there, now! Don't your people tell stories about how we're beasts, monsters, eager to bear fang and claw the moment a moonbeam touches down? No, I'd say those stories are half-truths at best. But the best lies are those told with a grain of salt. We are beasts. We fight. We hunt. We take. But we also abide by rules. I argued for days with my pack and others to stand in favor of the treaty that kept your kind safe from ours. There's no need to hunt anyone. Not anymore. We didn't have to be so damn scared of everyone else. But I was... Oh, shit. No, it's fine. Don't touch me. Yes, I know I've said that. I'm trying to get through to that bird brain of yours. That you need to be more careful. I'm fine. But you shouldn't touch me. For your sake. It's worth repeating. The wounds will be fine. You shouldn't put yourself in harm's way just because I've got a handle on my urges.
doesn't mean you shouldn't be careful. We both should be. If we're going to see another full moon, we have to be very fucking careful. I'm not well versed in your customs, but isn't it considered rude to stare? Just leave me be. I'm not some sort of carnival attraction for you to gawk at. I'd kill for some fucking wine. Not literally, well... yeah, not literally. But there's no one around here with wine. Unless you're holding out on me. It's a joke. I tell you to relax. But I'm glad you're being careful. There's hope for you yet, flightless one. You left your tea behind in a real hurry back there. You're fast when you need to be. That urgency will serve you well in the future. What happened? What do you think happened? We fought. It could have been quick. And I might have saved myself some of these wounds if I had been more lethal. But no matter what those idiots think, I'm trying to do what's best for them. Have you ever been part of a pack, little bird? Been a part of something bigger than yourself? Not family. Bigger than blood. When I became a leader, I had to fight, kill, and prove myself as one to be feared. But I didn't want to be feared. I wanted my pack to feel something new, something different. I wanted their trust. I told them that regardless of what trial I had bested, I would not be their leader until I earned their trust. Now that trust they put in me is what will get them killed tonight, tomorrow, until we've been eradicated, just like the others. Those who survive will blame me for this loss of life and land. In a history filled with strong, powerful leaders, I am now, what? Ulrick the Fool. My dream was to lead us into a bright future, where our pride and strength came from the love we had for our people and our way. I see now that it was that longing that was used to blind me. What should have been a want to celebrate our culture, our way, was twisted into... No, enough. Enough. No more thinking. I need to rest. You do the talking now. I ask the questions. No, this form doesn't make me a better listener. Well, actually, it does. Shut up. Well, don't, but... Ugh, you're frustrating. Where did you learn to be so maddeningly... whatever you are? No, I wasn't going to say cute, smart ass. goddess help me. That makes all the sense in the world. Of course you're a noble birth. That explains so fucking much. Your family. Traitors, yeah? So no one thinks anything of sending the whelp to deliver a message to a trade partner. And if the wolves eat your face, well, that's just an added bonus. Oh, I see. And we've both lost something dear to us recently. Your family, then. All of them are gone? Do not be ashamed to cry, little bird. Do not turn away from the moon. They see your tears. The goddess grants blessings to those who grieve, for it is from an abundance of love that these tears are shed. I see. Was this what the oracle spoke of? Oh, yes. The goddess, she's... well, as I understand it, Evalas worships her as well. But... it's not right. What I mean is, it's a bastardization of the truth. Or the past. Or the intent. This Lord Bishop, his rot has touched so much of our history, and he's done it in her name. Yes, her name. But we no longer remember what it was. It's the rot. In the same way you cannot remember the serpents, Fae, or any of those that came before, even though we stayed far away from your lands. Our time spent doing that bastard's bidding must have let it in. One day, her name was lost to us, but not her love, not her light. Our moon represents her heart, her love. At one time, my people were thought to be blessed by her, not cursed, not monsters. We were her children. I've watched slowly as those around me began to forget. As if it was never there to begin with. Our knowledge, our faith, fading, eroded. But I remember. And you will too. So weep, little bird, and cry out. She'll guide your voice to their ears once again, and will not forget.